Hey guys, know it's been a while. It's Scams Auto back with another video, right? This time it's going to be the torque strut mount. So how do you know if it's going bad or not? Again, this is on a 2015 Ram Promaster City. Yeah, I guess I deal with these a lot. No, I do not work for the dealership. Obviously, you're inside of a Scams Auto Garage. So, anyways, what the problem that you would be experiencing is a lot of vibration in the whenever you're sitting at an idle, or also whenever you go to shift the gear, you might feel like the transmission may be going bad. Whenever you go to drive off or even stop and drive again, you might feel a big jumping or bumping feeling, like a bad transmission, but it's really not. This is what's going on. Try to do this with the... So here's the mount that I was telling you about. Looking inside there. Try the best view I can in there. Yep. That whole thing's ready to come out of that rubber. So you can actually just push this whole thing right here. Does this work? That works. You can actually just see this whole thing in there sliding around. So that's moving too freely. When you're stopping and going, it's just bouncing back, bouncing forth, and then hitting inside of there. So I'm going to show you how to replace that. Alright, so the tools that you will need, what you're going to need to take off, should I get back to, we can say that, is this one right here where it's pretty simple actually. Well, first you got to jack up the car and everything else. Again, luckily for me, I got a lift. But when you go underneath the car, you don't got to worry about jacking up the motor, none of that kind of crap. You can just go right for the mount. You're going to take out this bolt, and that's it for the mount. Now, you got to actually drop the exhaust up here in the front. There's two bolts here. There's one right there, and this one seems to be missing one up there, but, well, I guess it's working still. So, you're going to take out this one and this one. Let this hang down a little bit, and that one. And then you'll have the clearance to go into the side here and take that one out. Now, I know people always say, well, people are going to probably say, is that you can actually just use a wrench on there, but no, actually you can't, because the bolt's so long it's going to get stuck right here. So that's what we're going to do right now. The tools you're going to need is, you can use the E20 or even a 16. If you don't have special star, you can use a 16. They both fit on there nice and flush fitting. Now for the exhaust bolts, you're going to use the 13. So again, I can show you this really quickly, let you know I'm not making up nothing. So you got that bolt right there, and the proper tools right here slides into there. I'm gonna use a breaker bar and break them loose then, or you can use, like I said, is the 16. Put him right onto there, and he's on there nice and tight. So that's that one. That's that one. You can use either or, and those two bolts up there with the 13. Two bolts, 13. This one, 13. And this is going to hang a little bit. So you have the clearance to get that one to slide out. So I'm going to do the exhaust first, then that one and that one. So now, with those two bolts off, nuts off, whatever, pull that off, that bolt out. Now it's actually hanging. I got the socket on already. You can actually just pick this part up, and then you can just slide it right through with an extension and a breaker bar. Break that one loose, and then just do this bottom one, slide this right out, slide a new one in, and then do the opposite. I just use a longer extension so everything fits. I mean, maybe you have the right stuff, it makes it a lot easier, but you just use a shorter extension where it's out to here and just break them loose that way. But this makes it easier for me. I already broke them loose. Now, I'm just going to keep on finishing and loosening them up. All right, so now I got it out right here. Depending on how it's sitting in there, I actually had to come from the back here and tap it out. I put like a flathead on there and hit it out with a hammer if it's stuck in there. And it just comes right out through here. You can actually push this thing forward. See how that whole shit moves? That's freaky. But that's out. Let me show you guys what it looks like. See how busted up this guy's in there? Yeah, he wasn't really holding anything in the place. You would have sworn the transmission was shot. I'm gonna put the part link in the description here then. Here's a new one. Brand new, brand new. Brand new, brand new. I'm still drinking my coffee. I like cold coffee. All right. I'm gonna do the exact same thing except opposite. I'm gonna work on by sliding this guy back into that little hub right here. Then bolting him onto there. He wraps right around this guy. And the little metal thing that you saw on there whenever the bolt came out, it's like a locking mechanism that slides on the outside of here. Slides on the outside of that hole. So whenever you put the bolt through there, it holds that in place, and then the bolt goes through this side. That's what it threads into. And then once this is back up in here, you just send that bolt back through the bottom. It locks in through the top, put back on your exhaust, and you shouldn't feel that vibration or that transmission about to give out feeling. All right, so new one's in. That's in. See that little lock thing there? Slides underneath there to keep that from. And look at that. Shit ain't moving at all. That's back in. These two are back on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's it. Thanks for viewing. Hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or anything. Or have a good day, everybody.